for a long time. She is a woman that I have always admired and looked up to. She is probably one of the most, if not the most, genuine people in my life. She is so kind, and she is someone that you want on your team. She will always be there for you, to support you in every aspect of your life. She's an amazing friend of mine. She's hardworking. If it's, being the president of her Rotary Club to her position with RBC, or, organizing a girls' dinner on a Saturday night, she gives 100%. She's all in, and she's there with bells on. I support her 100%. She is so passionate. I'm proud that she's doing this. I'm proud that she is, getting involved, because I know that she can make a difference. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Dr. Herrera?
I'm Aria Herrera, 1409 Lindsay Lane. I'm here to underline the very reasons I feel Laura is the best candidate. Laura is a Hagerstown native, raised in a family steeped in conservative traditions, humility, and community service. Since returning to Hagerstown, she has dedicated herself to the support of its institutions, volunteering her time and skills. Through her community involvement in various leadership roles, she has consistently demonstrated her ability to equitably incorporate diverse peoples, voices, ideas, and information to lay the groundwork for quality outcomes and democratic legitimacy. She has ensured that the organizations she has served and their processes have served both clearly defined purposes and the needs of its members, working tirelessly to support and encourage participants to work harmoniously for the common good. Laura has the ability to listen to all participants, to help them listen to each other, and to explore ideas unconstrained by predetermined biases. She is able to adapt quickly and apply information to generate new options while evaluating participant engagement for effectiveness. She does this with clarity and openness, publicly acknowledging all contributors, outcomes, range of views and ideas, always crediting everyone at every level of participation, inspiring those around her, emphasizing their potential to be a force for change, promoting a culture of participation and continued engagement. Today, we are more politically polarized than we have been in the past 50 years. Millennials are identified as leading this trend and more likely to identify as more conservative than Generation Xers and baby boomers were at the same age. As a millennial, Laura encompasses this demographic, and as a female, she would be representing the majority portion of this significant voting bloc. As we move forward in the 21st century, we are experiencing a paradigm shift in women's societal roles, responsibilities, and aspirations. Women represent 53% of the local electorate and the backbone of our party. This is a time for female empowerment and self-actualization, which has to date been failed by contemporary feminism, a cornerstone of the liberal agenda. This is our opportunity as the new Republican Party to embrace the strength, the wisdom, and the opportunities our mothers, wives, sisters, and daughters can bring to the political process. This is girl power, and Laura is girl power.
Okay, and we have, did I skip? I think I did. Paul Quarterman. I'm sorry, I skipped over Paul. He was before Dr. Herrera, so I apologize.
As I said earlier, most of you in this room already know me. Those of you who don't, I'm Paul Quarterman, current council member here in the city of Hagerstown. About 18 months ago, in this very room, I started, I guess would be my venture in the local political scene. And then throughout the 2016 year, I went door to door and to listen to the thoughts and concerns of our citizens here in the district. And there was three things that came back during that process. Public safety, growth and development, and fiscal responsibility. And while there's a lot of work to be done, I'm happy to report during only just the first year in office here at the City Council, first, public safety has been and remains a top priority within our city. We have a new 5-year contract with our city police, and we have a new contract with our fire department that has finally brought them whole, something that they haven't had in many years. As far as growth and development, I've been fortunate to co-chair an ad hoc committee with Councilmember Emily Keller to help improve the business relations here within the city of Hagerstown. And then lastly, fiscal responsibility. I think my record stands for itself, and everyone's aware of my thoughts and views there. So, like I said, while it was only a short time so far on the City Council, I feel I have shown my virtues and my values that are consistent with many of the folks here in this room. Over the last year, I've done my best, again, to express those values and beliefs, again, to support everything that everyone here believes in. And if given the opportunity, I would be incredibly humbled and extremely grateful to extend my public service on behalf of all the citizens of Hagerstown. Thank you.
Okay, the last person we have on the list is Mr. Paul Muldowney. Muldowney.
Chairman Muldowney.
Sorry, Mr. Muldowney.
I feel safe speaking from here. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, you ought to be congratulated and be the object of gratitude for the citizens of this county for providing the service you provide. Folks here, you deserve a lot of credit because you're interested in the process. And the three candidates deserve a huge amount of credit, all three. Mr. Quarterman has some experience at it. The other two, they don't have experience at it, but they have a lot to offer. And I'm sure you're going to listen to everybody equally. So we got three fine candidates. For those of you who don't know, and you probably several of you, I served in the Maryland House of Delegates for 8 years, representing a third of this county. I know what it takes. I know what it took from me. I lost as many as I won. And I'm supposed to be a tough guy. So when you go to an outreach, and this is from experience, you got to have the qualities which I see in Paul Quarterman: compassion, toughness, a facility to get along with other people. That's huge. And I don't know which one of those is the most important, but Paul Quarterman's got it all. Now, I haven't heard anybody mention next year. There's an election next year, and the winner, or not the winner, the selectee is going to have to run. Doesn't have to, but I think they all committed to run, and they should. The winner is going to have to run, because the Democrats, I mean, they've saturated this room tonight. Would Democrats raise a hand? Come on, Corrine, you want to come on.
Proud Democrat here, baby.
Anyway, they've already got their eyes on this seat, and I don't blame them. If I were they, I would also. So it is incumbent upon us to select the person who's number one going to run next year. He's not only got experience as an elected person, he's got the experience of a candidate. He ran a tough campaign last year to be elected to the city council. He knows what it takes. He's not backing off from it. And I'll do all I can to urge you all to select Paul Quarterman to be the delegate in 2B. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the time.
All right, thanks, sir. Okay, that's all we have on the sign-up sheet. Did I miss anybody by accident? I wasn't able to sign in by 6:30. We do have the mayor back there. I'd like to recognize the mayor. Take the opportunity to do so. Mayor.
Yeah, I didn't get here in time to sign up. I'm
Floor is yours, sir.
truly sorry about that. My chief is actually doing a YouTube segment tonight and Facebook Live about issues in the city and public safety issues and things like that. So I'm down with him, some things first. Listen, I happen to know all three of these candidates. I know Laura since she was a child. I know her dad real well. I know Paul very well. I know Donnie. Donnie helped me during my election.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
I will tell you this, that I support Paul Quarterman for this position for one reason only, and that is because he already knows the issues that we face in 2B. And he lives it every single day. And I need someone in Annapolis who understands the issues going in this session and not have to play catch up. And Paul knows those issues. And that's why I support him for this open seat. I appreciate the time. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance.
No, thanks, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so that's the end of the public speaking, and I want to take a moment to say a couple things. First, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and being engaged and active in your community and having your voices heard and just being here and showing your support. Above that, I'd really like to thank the 3 candidates. I told them each and every one of them in the interview process that I find it highly honorable and noble that they stepped forward, put their hand up, and said that they would go into consideration to serve their citizens in Hagerstown, in the state, in Annapolis. So I appreciate Ms. Herrera, Mr. Quarterman, and Mr. Ravis for doing that. And I want to thank my fellow committee members tonight publicly for the dedication in this process. And we have a very tough choice ahead of us. So we're going, this process is as it's unfolded. We've understood there was a vacancy with Delegate Wilson, now the Honorable Judge Wilson. We've announced the vacancy. We've done the application process. The deadline came and went. We've accepted emails, phone calls. We received numerous for each candidate. Every person received, a lot. I don't think we have the exact totals here tonight, and I apologize for that, but it'd be safe to say, dozens for each in the way of phone calls and emails for support across the city. So, and beyond. So that speaks volumes of each of the candidates. We've done interviews with each of the candidates, and then we've now tonight we've heard your vote or your voice and everything publicly. We've offered that, and now we're going to go and deliberate privately, and we're going to weigh everything, put everything together, and try to come up with an answer. So whatever that may be, we do not know yet, and the library closes at 9. So, but we're not going to let that stop us tonight. If we don't come to a decision by 9, we'll come up with a decision to meet at another time very shortly, very soon, and continue. So you guys are welcome to stay. We have the place till 9. Don't know when we'll come up with our decision, and that's all there is. So thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you.